Hello and welcome to Gummins News with me, Neil Swanson.
And me, Brenda Barrowclough.
So as you all know, today is World Tech Day. Therefore, we have a very extra special episode coming up in which we show you the very basics of video editing and creating.
Coming up on today's programme, we have a behind-the-scenes exclusive on the making of Gummins News with Oscar and Steve.
But first, we have received some breaking news. There is a gorilla loose in Central Park, so make sure to stay safe, and if you do see it, contact us immediately.
Over to our correspondent, Thomas
Jesus.
out on the field.
Prick, I can't stand that.
I know, I hate
Arsehole.
Okay, now I'm going to teach you the basics of using a camera. So first thing, we're going to turn the camera on. Now I'm going to teach how to zoom and focus the camera. This is a wide shot, a high angle, a low angle, a close-up, mid-shot, a long shot, an extreme close-up. This is tracking, a pan and a tilt.
You don't need to do that.
Thank you, Thomas. And
You shit.
what's going on now?
And now for the...
weather.
Thank you, Howard. Okay, so we have mostly soft light today. You people out there are in for a real treat. So if you look at the use of light here, we can see that there is soft light in this area. Over here, we have hard light. With soft light, the shadows that are created are harder to see. They blend very well with the rest of the light in the room. When using soft light, there is not much focus on the features in the shot. The wash is much more general and flattering. This type of light is often used when filming an interview, or of course a news show. The light is very subtle, and no wrinkles or spots are defined. Thank God. Hard light creates more shadows. When using a hard light, there is nothing breaking up the light and the person, adding depth and volume. It is a very focused shot that usually only illuminates someone's best features, hiding all their other deformities. Normally, cinematographers prefer their light in the background of the shot. However, sometimes shooting into the light can prove very effective, often creating a silhouette effect. You may use this technique when creating a horror film. Shadows are commonly used in this genre. The exposure is how much light is in the picture. We control this exposure with the iris aperture on our camera. This changes how much light is allowed to enter. Now we look at the tonal range. If a shot is too bright, a lot of information is lost. You may want to get the right balance. Midtones affect the majority of the image, and the light is usually focused on the main feature of the image. This means that the image has to be lit correctly. Expose for shadows or expose for highlights. Back to you, James.
And that's it for tonight's episode.
Oh, and first I want to mention that the viewings have skyrocketed recently. Last week we received a whopping 16 views, which is 3 times more than we have ever got in the previous episodes.
So,
We're still fighting to stay on air, no matter what, so thank you for tuning in. My job and my house and my children need this.
yeah, so, as always, thanks for watching, and remember, don't do drugs.
And always make sure the parents are around when you hug children.
Yes, Neil. There are 2 types of mics, the shotgun and the lavalier mic, and they can be both omnidirectional or directional. Now, omnidirectional means the type of mics that record in every single direction, whereas directional just picks up one sound, which means no ambient background noise. Sync sound is where the audio is in time with the picture or the action happening on screen, which means that it must be in time for it to make sense. And non-sync sound is just the opposite, really, where the audio doesn't need to be in time with the action to make sense. Field recorders are used to record sound. They are handheld mic levels and record both ambient sound and dialogue together. There's omnidirectional mics that are placed on the top of the recorders, and you use to just record all the sound together. Yay.
Now, a lot of people think editing is quite hard, and as you've seen tonight, it isn't really easy with the people we've got to work with. But I'm going to show you a pretty simple way and a pretty simple program, and it's called Final Cut Pro, and it's really simple to use. There's 4 key parts to it, as you can see. There's the browser, where it shows all where your clips are, the viewer, where it shows you what your clip is, and then the canvas where it shows you how you've edited it and stuff. And below that is the timeline, and that shows you how long your clips are, and it also shows you your sound clips as well. And it's all pretty simple. And now I'll show you how to import a file. Sorry, you click on File, you click on Import, and then click on Files, and then you just find where your file's located, and it's pretty much simple as that. You can also add in and out points, where say if you want your clip to start at a different point, you just add an in point. And to add an in point, you press I, and then to add an out point, you press O. It's pretty obvious, really. And then once you've edited all together, that's pretty much it.